Howdy friends, welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Heartgold. As you can see, we are here in the Seafoam Islands, and we have our legendary catching party here with us, along with Golem. He is doing his best to keep up. Good, I appreciate that, Golem. Actually, we might not need Golem right away, but let's keep him with us just for a little bit, since we don't get to have him out too much. He is actually going to be useful a little later in the episode, assuming that things go as planned. Not sure how long this is going to take, but hopefully not too long. There is a puzzle here, and we are going to need strength for this puzzle. Won't help us with that boulder. Let's try this one. And I'm hoping you can access the puzzle from either side. Obviously we started from the Fuchsia City side. Is this ice or just... no. So we can't go that way. We could go down the ladders. We could grab this item. Ice Heal. Might come in handy, but even so, we have a few Ice Heal already. We will probably be using a lot of Max Repel today, but that's okay, because there's only a few places we haven't been to in the game, and only a few places left where we'll actually need them. Oh, there are skiers here! I didn't know there were trainers here. This might make this a little longer than I thought then. In that case, let's not have Golem out. Unfortunately, I have two members of our team. Didn't think we'd be doing any actual trainer fights. But let's put Leah out front then. I might try to avoid them. I also might fail miserably. Not that I had a lot of choice there. You probably have to be pretty stealthy to sneak past both these guys. Alright, Border Sean has a Cloyster. I'm going to guess Cloyster and Dugong, and they are very high level. Almost as high as the gym leaders are. Surf and Ice Beam are not very effective, so Outrage it is. Not the best scenario, really, because as we know, Cloyster has a very high defense stat, and Outrage is a physical attack. Luckily, it will be a 2-hit KO. Oh, Protect. That's pretty smart. Now, I'm not sure what happens to Outrage when you Protect. I think it just resets, so that might be actually good for me. Nope, it just goes again, okay. I guess that makes sense. I think it's only when you're like put to sleep or forced to switch out, then it obviously resets. So we did get lucky and get 3 Outrages there, but Leah will now be confused. And Dugong. Not sure what Dugong wants to do. Let's, You know what, let's bring in Ho-Oh. I don't think we really had much, if any, of a chance to use Ho-Oh in an actual battle. We used Ho-Oh to help catch Onyx, but that wasn't really like a battle. Alright, so Ice Beam is evenly effective. Dugong is 5 levels higher, but Ho-Oh has much higher base stats. Rock Smash is super effective. Let's go with Fly. Just because I'm not sure if Dugong has Thick Fat, and if it does have Thick Fat, that halves the damage it takes from fire attacks. Really, it used Dive. Oh, that is unfortunate. And Dive is going to be super effective against a fire type like Ho-Oh. Alright, you know what? Okay, we have a Citrus Berry, that helps. Let's just go for Sacred Fire. So Dugong is Ice and Water, so Ice is weak to Fire, Water resists it. Yeah, I think it has Thick Fat, because that did like no damage. We did get the burn though. I think Sacred Fire has a really high burn rate, like 50%. So now would be a good turn to use Fly. I don't want to use Fly and have him dive again, so I'm going to wait until he dives, and then I can use Fly to get away from him. I think Strength has 85 base power, so even though Rock Smash is super effective, Strength will actually do just a little bit more. And there's the dive. Glad I did not use Fly. And now if Ho can go up in the air, that will avoid the dive and allow Dugong to take some more burn damage. Of course, Ho will get some of the XP here, but that's okay. Alright, very nice. Sorry that took a little longer than I thought it would, but didn't want to keep Leah in there and have the risk of the confusion damage and possibly have things drawn out that way. Alright, just in case, let's go ahead and use Actually, I have all these hyper potions, might as well use one. Alright, Toe is healed up, and let's heal up Leah, just in case we run into any more skiers. I would fight more of these guys if I knew they were here. I would have planned things differently, but I really do want to get done a couple different things this episode, so... Let's see if we can't manage that. I don't really want to jump down. I think the only way to get over is to face this guy, so... I guess that's what we'll do then. What did you come all the way out here for, I wonder? Well, to find a legendary Pokemon, not to face you guys. But at least Bryce here only has 2 Pokemon. Another Dugong. I'm gonna say Dugong and Piloswine. Of course, if it is Piloswine, then I'm gonna wish I wasn't locked into Outrage, because Surf would be super effective. Could even have a Mamoswine, but I'm hoping that they save that for Price. And I will be very disappointed if Price does not have Mamoswine. Mamoswine is a very strong Pokemon, but unfortunately in this generation there really aren't that many good Ice physical moves. So I think it has to learn, like, Ice Fang. Lapras, okay, very cool. Very strong Pokemon, and a fairly decent matchup against Kingdra. I think Lapras is, like, just under 90 average base stats, like 89 point something on average. So just slightly weaker than Kingdra, but more or less the same. Alright, Leah's confused, but you know what? Let's go for it. 50-50 chance to end the battle here. And it didn't happen. That's what I was afraid of. Alright, Leah did survive though, and snapped out of her confusion. Very nice. And that'll clean things up. It's good too, because we will have a slightly tough battle coming up fairly soon. So, having a little bit more XP on Leah might be helpful. Alright. Oop, not give, not give. A little misleading, because I am giving it to Leah, but I'm giving it to Leah by making her drink it or spraying it on her. Not really sure how you apply potions. I think it's a spray. They don't use potions very often in the TV show. Alright. So, if I recall correctly, there are 2 puzzles here. One to take you out of the cave, and one to take you to Articuno. Alright, let's see if that's what we wanted to do. Not sure what those things are. Do they like break when you run into them? Play with that in a bit. Okay. This looks good. I know in Gen 1 there were definitely 2 puzzles. One to get to Cinnabar and one to get to Articuno. But the devs either forgot that you could just surf south from Palatown, there was nothing stopping you, or they just didn't think players would be smart enough to figure that out, but we were. And I'm pretty sure if you're anything like me and everybody I knew, you didn't bother going through Seafoam. Oh, I was so excited we were almost there, but all these rocks are very inconveniently placed. Gah. Oh, that's really unfortunate. I can't go anywhere, and I'm just wasting my repels. Alright. Let's use another repel. So, I don't really remember if Seafoam Islands is the same way in Gen 2/Gen 4, or if it's just one big puzzle for Articuno. So that's kind of useless. I was thinking that would be like a really cool place to get to, because obviously it had a bit of thought that had to go into it. But apparently not. Alright, so we are back down at this level again, but yeah, I figured this wouldn't be it, because that was too easy. Hey, Ice Beam! So if we didn't get Ice Beam through the game corner, this would have been the other place to get it, but obviously I wanted to teach it to Leah much sooner than that. Ironically, if I had taught her Blizzard, I might have done a little better against Lance, but it was bound to miss sooner or later. So I don't know, what does this do? Oh, you push them! Interesting. but I don't know what that's... Oh, I have an idea. I got it, I think. If I push this one over here... That might not have been a good idea. So I need to get something in front of that. Advance, not now. I like how there's not really a decline button in Pokemon, but you can just open a menu. I wonder if that was advanced refrigeration. A couple different puns in there. Okay, so... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. But maybe that's okay. Oh, that actually is okay. See, sometimes the best discoveries are by accident. Like penicillin. What, I can't push it anymore? Ugh. That's not what I wanted. Ooh, I have an idea. That I don't think is going to work, but let's try it. Sometimes it's hard to see which pixels are pixels. Yeah, not quite. Alright, let's see if we can reset that puzzle. That might be the one we need to get to Articuno though, because it looks pretty intense. Okay, so think. I need to get... You know what I actually need is to push an ice into the left there. That's what I need to do. So I need to get to a position where I can do that. So I think I can push one north. This is a very good puzzle. You guys probably already see the answer, and if you do, then I apologize, but it is almost midnight, and I am maybe not thinking as clearly as I should be. Okay, so I can push it into the side, but that doesn't really help me at all. This is a lot harder than the skating puzzles. I have an idea. I don't know if it's going to go anywhere, but let's try it. If I do this, and then I don't think this is going to do anything. What if I just do that? Oh wow, that was much easier than I thought it was. That's not even the hard one. Wow, I feel really dumb. I definitely overthunk that. I doubt this is Articuno. I think this is probably another item, but let's check it out just in case. Of course, the thing is, even once we get to Articuno, we still have to fight him and catch him. So this is really only half the battle. Ah. We do another ladder. Could that help us at all? You know, I'm betting this is probably the way out. But let's check it out, and we can always go backwards. I see an item there, too. So there aren't too many skiers here. Oh, I don't know. We're going down, that's good. Oh, could that be it? Maybe the other puzzle was to get that item? Maybe it's a really good item? We already have the Never Melt Ice, I'm not really sure what it could be. Aha! Here we are at Articuno, okay. Let's not faint Articuno, so I'm going to put Gengar first. And going to give Ho another Citrus Berry just in case. Could also give him a Asper Berry or Frost Berry, whichever one is the freeze one. But I don't think there's any move in the game that guarantees a freeze. Freeze is usually just an additional effect, which is good because it's very powerful. Alright, Articuno, let's battle. Our second legendary bird took a little bit longer to get to than Zapdos, but my favorite legendary bird, so worth it. Actually, for a while I was considering getting Articuno to help us with the Battle Tower, since it would have been another great matchup against his Dragonite, taking neutral damage and dealing 4 times super effective damage with Stab in return. But let's use Hypnosis. But I decided I wanted to wait a little while longer to get Articuno, and Steelix was also a very good bet, as we saw. Alright, so as usual, we are going to go with Nightshade, since it can't crit, does nice consistent damage. Let's hope it does just under half. No, as usual, it does about a third. And depending on what IVs Articuno has, it's hard to really know if it's going to be a 3-hit knockout or not. It's going to be really close, just like Zapdos. I think this one actually would be a 3-hit knockout. Going to just waste a turn here with Mean Look. So what I want to do is wait for Articuno to wake up, put it to sleep, then bring in Kingler and do some false swiping. Ancient Power. It's a neutral hit, doesn't get stabbed, so I'm pretty sure Gengar can survive. Of course, Gengar's rather weak defenses mean it will take some damage there. Ice Beam. That's not as good. Based on what Ancient Power did, I don't think this will be a knockout, but it's going to do a lot of damage. Our Citrus Berry healed us, but I really don't want Gengar to faint. Although I guess it wouldn't be the end of the world, because I could bring in Kingler then, so let's go for Hypnosis. And if it faints us, okay. I do have Revives, and like I said, I don't mind using items when it's a wild Pokemon battle, because it's not really like a contest of winning, it's just staying alive long enough to get good luck and capture them. Alright, Kingler, you are up. I hit the B button there, and I was, for a split second, afraid it was going to make me run, but thankfully that is not what the B button does. Alright, Full Swipe it is. Wish I had Swords Dance, that'd be a good combination with Full Swipe. So luckily Kingler resists that. Unluckily, okay, good. It would have been a 2-hit KO, but because of my Citrus Berry, it will now be a 3-hit KO. Because I'm pretty sure it's going to take a couple full swipes to get Articuno down low. Agility, not too big of a deal. It will be faster than Gengar now, but it was already faster than Kingler. Critical hit, very nice. Alright, Ancient Power. Unless it's a crit, we should be able to survive it. Even a crit would be close. Oh, it got the... Oh, that's not good. It got the stat boost. Now it's going to be a little stronger, and its attacks will deal a little more damage. So I'm going to use, now that it's at 1 HP, a Revive. I wonder if I should use a Max Revive. You know what? Let's do it, because we have 7 of them, and I'm not going to use it in any other like competitive battles, so I might as well. Like competitive in-game battles, I mean. So I'm never going to use it in any scenario besides this one, as far as I can tell. Let's do it. And if I try and use it outside of battle, I can always just use a Revive plus a healing item. Well, I don't want to knock it out, so my only choice is to use Full Swipe, but it won't really matter because Articuno will knock out Kingler, which is actually what I wanted. No offense, Kingler. Alright, time to bring in Gengar, and our plan is starting to come together. We are going to put Articuno to sleep, and at that point our odds will be as great as they can be. I did buy a lot of extra dust balls, we are in a cave, plus it's nighttime, so you don't get like a double bonus for it being both. It's one or the other. And actually, both Articuno and Moltres are in caves, unlike Zapdos. Okay, let's see, Dusk Ball, 75 should be enough. If it's not, then we are very, very unlucky. Alright, now's the fun part where we just spam Dust Balls all day and hope that Articuno does not wake up. As I said, I do want to capture Moltres this episode, so I really want to capture Articuno sooner rather than later. Luckily, I don't think it will take quite as long to get to Moltres, but you never know how long it will take to catch. And that way we will round up our legendary birds and can get back to some gym leaders next episode. Alright, throw number 4. At least Articuno is still asleep, that's nice. However, breaking out of all these dust balls, not so nice. Okay, woke up, used Ice Beam. And I think we determined that would be a 2 KO on Gengar. Actually, now it's going to be, yeah, definitely 2 KO. after that... Sorry, thinking here. Do I have any Moomoo Milks? I have a potion. Alright, well, in that case, Hyper Potion it is. No kill like overkill, right? It's because of Ice Beam, it's taking away a lot of my HP, and I'm just going to keep using Hyper Potions until it doesn't use Ice Beam. It'll give me a free turn to use Hypnosis. Articuno does not seem to be cooperating though, and it might get a crit, it might get a freeze. Freeze I wouldn't mind because I could always use a full restore. But crit I would mind. Alright Articuno, you're really going to draw this out, aren't you? Yep. Alright, well, he's more likely to use another move than he is to crit. Of course, if he uses Ancient Power, that's still not great, because Ancient Power plus Ice Beam would still knock out Gengar. So maybe I should just go for the Hypnosis instead of spamming all these potions. I can always use a Revive. Reflect, okay, that's not going to really matter now. It has the damage it takes from physical attacks, but obviously we're not trying to attack Articuno. And that's right, Articuno is faster now. Ancient Power, not ideal. Please don't get another stat boost, because if it does that, it will be one-shotting my Gengar. Critical hit. It's okay, I'd rather have that. This is really annoying, but because Gengar's slower, I can't just use a Revive and then switch it in. It's going to take just as long to do that, so I might as well use a potion. I wonder if I should just like start throwing balls at it. Sleep really increases the chances though. So what I'm waiting for is it to use Agility or Reflect, either one. At least it doesn't have 3 or 4 moves. That did a very nice damage spread there. I only have 24 Hyper Potions left. I'm fine using all of them because as we face these gym leaders, I will get some money back. And I can always use Citrus Berries. The only reason I bought the Hyper Potions was because they're quicker to heal with, so it's a little nicer that way. Okay, Agility, perfect. Reflect wore off, doesn't really matter. Oh, because it does have pressure. I am running out of Hypnosis power points though. And again, I can restore that with Lepa Berries, but that's just another turn I have to use on an item. Okay, finally Articuno is asleep. Hopefully it stays asleep for at least a little bit. Even more hopefully, one of these balls catch it. How's that for proper grammar? 1. No, only 1. Even when it's asleep and at 1 HP, it's like, its capture rate is so low. I didn't look up its catch rate, but I'm assuming it's like the lowest one in the game, which is like 3. Otherwise, it would not be putting up this much of a fight. Come on, come on, come on. Nope, only 2 shakes. Come on, Articuno. Only ball number 7. It feels like a lot more than that, I guess, because we were doing stuff in between. Okay, still fast asleep. At least we've been getting a little bit lucky in that regard. But I imagine it'll probably wake up after this Dusk Ball. Unless we capture it. Come on, Articuno, I know you gotta be tired. Obviously you're asleep, so just stay in the ball. You need to get a nice long nap, I promise. I'll keep your Pokeball nice and cold, just the way you like it. Apparently that is not an enticing offer. It is awake, and use Reflect, okay. I wonder if I should use a Lepa Berry now. Maybe. We'll see. The thing is, even after we capture Articuno and Moltres, there's still, I think, 2 more Pokemon that I want to capture. Both of which will be very difficult. So I'm thinking I might not want to use all my max revives in this fight. I feel like they gave them all pressure just to make this a little more difficult, as opposed to any real competitive use, because pressure really doesn't do that much in competitive battles. For the legendaries that have an alternate ability, like Lugia and Ho-Oh, you pretty much always see people use those other abilities. We're not even getting that many shakes. This is really annoying. It's like at this point you're doing everything right. There's just nothing to do except chuck dust ball after dust ball at it. On the bright side, I guess it's a money sink, so gives you something to spend your Poké Dollars on. Yes, got it. Okay, sweet. All right, thank you, Articuno. And we are in a hurry, so we are going to probably escape rope out of here and head to find Articuno's brother, Moltres. The magnificent, seemingly translucent wings of this legendary bird Pokemon are said to be made of ice. Minor spoiler alert for the anime, although it's years and years old at this point, so not that big of a deal. But I'm pretty sure Ash befriends an Articuno at one point to fight, what's his name? I want to say Factory Head Nolan, but I think that's the one from this game. It's the Brandon, whatever the Frontier Brain is, who's named Brandon. In the TV show, he was like the leader and toughest of the Frontier Brains, and Ash had to fight him multiple times. Okay, so actually that's a lie. Well, that's not a lie, but I don't think Ash did befriend Articuno. I think one of the other Frontier Brains had an Articuno, which Ash fought with Charizard in a really cool fight, but it's been years since I've seen that.